What is up, everybody? Welcome back to RacingDudes.com and welcome back to more of our Breeders' Cup coverage. Well, we're going to have previews coming out for you very soon to kind of kick off our Breeders' Cup week coverage. I'm going to talk about the 5 races I'm looking most forward to, whether it be for betting purposes or matchup purposes or just overall, what they bring to the table. I'm just going to go through 5 of them right now, just kind of get hyped up for this Breeders' Cup. I'm going to put it up on the screen now, and I'm going to go to the first race. The fifth, on number 5 on my list, is going to be the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. I've got the page up now. You go to breederscup.com and see these entries as they come out, and then obviously your other places where you get entries will be there as well. But I'm using the Breeders' Cup website. So number 5, Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. And of course, it is our great American turf sprinter Cogburn who drew the 9-hole. He's one of the big reasons I'm excited for this one because I love Cogburn. He is my favorite horse in training. And look, I think as a fanboy, admittedly, of Cogburn, I am a little bit nervous because the European horses and the international horses is really what I should say. They've just brought out some of the best. Talking about the number 12, Bradsell, who's the second choice here at 7-2, one of the best turf sprinters in the world, no doubt about it. He's coming here to give a big-time challenge to my boy Cogburn. And he also got on the rail a horse I really like as well, the number 1, Believing, who's 12-1 on the morning line, but don't let that fool you. He's very, very good. So this is a star-studded group, a lot of international horses coming to take down Cogburn. And look, we know Cogburn can beat the American horses, the horses that he's faced before, but can he beat the international horses? Can he do it? The answer for me before they kind of drew the pre-entries was, yeah, I think you'll be able to do it. The turf sprinters aren't usually quite as good that they come over to the Breeders' Cup, I should say, from the international part of it, but they're very, very good in this race. Bradsell is going to be so tough to beat. So Cogburn trying to take these other horses down, it's going to be super exciting. So that's definitely number 5 on my list. Number 4, the Breeders' Cup Turf. That'll be next on my list here. And boy, I just think this is going to be an excellent race. It is every single year. And once again, we may not have like the absolute superstars, even though we do have some stars for sure. But man, the depth of this field is unbelievable. You got the filly Emily Upjohn taking a shot. Shariar, world-class horse. Luxembourg, world-class horse. JRB, Far Bridge, who's come over, or not come over, but has come on, I should say, as a United States horse running 2 huge races. That's really exciting to see what he could do. And then you go down to Wingspan. How about Rebels Romance? This horse back in 2022 was amazing. Won this race, long winning streak. Last year totally fell apart. The form was just terrible. Now he's back this year and he's running fantastic again. Another big winning streak, winning races all over the world, coming here to try to win 2 out of 3. Rebels Romance, he's the favorite. Gold Phoenix, a local horse. There goes Harvard. So, like I said, man, maybe there isn't just a City of Troy, for example. Like if he was in the race, he's like on another planet superstar. But my goodness, there are so many good horses in this race. It's so talented. Every runner in here is just so talented, and it's just a truly international flavor to it, like always. But I'm telling you, Far Bridge has been extremely good for us as well. So I always think the turf is best when we got the great international horses, but we do have that one horse, from the United States that can maybe jump up and win it. We have won it before, but when we have a legit contender, I think it helps, and Far Bridge helps us race out this year for sure. All right, let's keep going. And this is quickly becoming one of my favorite races each and every year, the Breeders' Cup Mile, the Turf Mile. And it's no different. This is just a fantastic race. It's filled with international runners. Diego Velasquez, notable speech for Charlie Appleby. Porta Fortuna, just great runners. Johannes, another really, really good runner. And then you go all the way to the outside with Carl Spackler. And again, just like the turf, you've got the great international horses coming over here, horses that look tough to beat, but you do have an American hope in Carl Spackler, a horse that has been great under Chad Brown this year, especially lately. He didn't draw very well, but at least he gives us a little bit of hope, the United States against the international horses. We're usually a little bit outgunned, but, he's good enough to get it done. He's a very, very nice horse. So You look at it, Johannes is another horse, super talented horse that could get it done in this spot as well. Don't want to discredit him. Should have mentioned him along there with Carl Spackler's horses that can win. Even a More Than Looks. That's a nice horse, 20-1. Maybe can pull up an upset against some of these European runners. So again, just another star-studded event. You love the international versus United States flavor, and you're getting it big time in this race. Let's keep going. Number 2 on the list. It's the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. Each and every year, this is a very fun event because it is kind of that first. It's not really the first step towards the Kentucky Derby. A lot of these horses have taken the first step, but this is the first major step towards it, right? And we have major star power potential this season, and that's what makes me very excited. East Avenue, looks tremendous. He drew the rail. I don't know, that could be bad, but he looks really good. Ferocious has been good, finishing second a couple times to really nice horses. Jonathan's Way looked tremendous in his last race. Citizen Bull looked tremendous in his last race. Same thing with Gaming. A couple of Bob Baffert horses drawn right there together that are really good. International flavor in this one as well. Shin Believe and Ikoro Azel coming in from Japan, trying to pull off a little bit of an upset here. And then Chancer McPatrick, who is maybe this year's version of Sierra Leone, the Chad Brown trained horse, just drops towards the back and makes one run. Maybe he's the horse that we all need to keep an eye on as well. Chancer McPatrick, he's going to try to make it 4 for 4. He's got the outside there, 3-1. So again, when you're talking about excitement for me personally, it doesn't get much better than this. That's why I have it at number 2. I think the Breeders' Cup Juvenile is going to be in a tremendous race this season. And then finally, and it's not like this every year, guys. I would say last year it was not like this, where the Breeders' Cup Classic was not really, in my eyes, the best race of the main event. It is this year. This race is awesome. It's not very often that we get international flavor and strong, I should say, international flavor and depth to the international flavor in the Classic. That's more of the turf and the mile and the filly and mare turf, the turf races, right? This year, international horses could run 1, 2, 3, and I love that intrigue of what's going to happen. How is it going to be when all these horses meet together? Forever Young, City of Troy, 2 major international horses that could win. How about Senor Buscador? He's 30-1. He won the richest race in the world this year. Pretty crazy to think. Derma Sotagate's back again. Ushpa Tesoro, keep on going down. And then an American horse with Fierceness, obviously very good horse here in the United States, maybe our best chance at it. And you keep on going, and you just see it just never stops. Arthur's Ride, another horse that's been good for us at times. And then next, a horse that has, won his last few races by tons and tons of lengths, but he's been doing it the marathon distance. He's going to cut back somehow, running a mile and a quarter, but cutting back because he's been running in those longer races. So I think next, put it over the top for me. A horse we've all want to see try it. He's going to try it. He didn't draw very well, but that's the luck of it sometimes, right? But he still adds a lot of intrigue and excitement into this thing. So I can't wait. I think this is going to be one of the better Breeders' Cups we've ever seen. I think there's star power potentially in a lot of these races. I don't know that we are going to have like a flight line type of thing. That's, maybe questionable, but I think there's a lot of really good races and a lot of really good betting opportunities as well. So to recap, number 5, the Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint. We'll see if Cogburn can beat the international horses. Number 4, the Breeders' Cup Turf. Number 3, the Breeders' Cup Mile. Number 2, the Breeders' Cup Juvenile. And number 1 on that list, the Breeders' Cup Classic. I mean, it's going to be awesome. There's just no doubt. An amazing day of racing. It should be, start to finish. It really just should be from Friday of the first race to Saturday when it all ends at the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. There's not a lot of duds. It should be a ton of fun. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Hyping up the Breeders' Cup. Full previews coming out soon. Look out for those. Look out for all of our live shows all throughout the week. We'll have John White coming up. We'll have regular Blinkers Off, Magic Mike show, and then we'll be live during the Breeders' Cup on Friday and Saturday. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Hit that like button if you like it. Hit subscribe if you really like it. Want to get alerted anytime we do videos like this. And we'll see you right back here for the next Breeders' Cup video.